Uganda just brought over 1,000 of its citizens back from South Africa, and then their president is doing something very different. Other African countries are just helping the people who came back from South Africa with financial assistance. Uganda is trying to rehabilitate them and then teach them patriotism before giving them financial assistance. They are going through a training that looks like military. Don't forget, looks like it's not military, but then they're going through that kind of training. The rumors on the net is that South Africa is planning to compensate Uganda because they know the amount of millions they are getting from Uganda. But then we're just here to find out if this is true or this is false. Welcome to Solid Finance Podcast, where we bring you finance and economic updates of things that are happening in Africa and the world at large. Let's dive right in. On June 28th, Uganda's foreign minister announced that the President Museveni, said that they should go to South Africa and bring back their people. By July 10th, every single Ugandan that applied to go back home arrived Uganda safely. According to the reports from independent newspapers, the government of Uganda has announced plans to evacuate Ugandan nationals from South Africa following the rising anti-migrant violence and xenophobic protests targeting foreign nationals. In a press statement issued on June 28, 2026, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said President Yoweri Museveni had directed that arrangements be made to bring back Ugandans who feel unsafe due to the escalating situation. The ministry said it's working with the Office of the Prime Minister, Ministry of Internal Affairs, Ministry of Works and Transport, the Uganda High Commission in South Africa, and the Ugandan community leaders in South Africa to finalize the evacuation plan. Currently, 746 Ugandans have voluntarily registered and sought assistance for evacuation due to security and safety concerns, and more are expected to register. The statement signed by Haruna Kanyugo Kasolo, Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs, reads: Minister Mary Magasa said they don't encourage their youth to go to foreign countries to search for greener pastures. Rather, they should stay in their country and try to make good use of their country. She also advised that the financial assistance that will be given to them by the government, they should use that to build businesses in Uganda.
I also feel, and I don't encourage actually our young people to go and take the energy to other countries. So it is better you come back home to a year. Yeah, we can go here from here, and now government has decided to support you. If you form your circle, I don't know, you are scattered in many places, but if you form your circle, they will support you and you start your small businesses and you will survive in your country. It is always very good when you fall sick, you have people. When you don't have, you have people around you. This country is very endowed. It is very rich in terms of resources and Ubuntu. Yeah, we want to welcome you back.
Now, before they are being given this money, the government has organized a training program that looks like military, like I said earlier, but then this is meant to rehabilitate them, which is meant to help them settle into the society properly. The videos circulating online happen to look like serious drills, looking like military training.
Chile chankwanza kuwana Museveni kuwana na mutabanyi we mazima bwoba tomuwanye tovaawo tojja genda wakanga tunaba kuwana muwozi na mutabanyi we kyekyo kiriwo kati naye sooka olabe ejjajja kimumukozesa.
Men, women, children, everybody is going through this training, and this looks very nice because other countries will just welcome them back home and then give them funds to start up their life, but then these other ones, they are going through a training. This looks different and very helpful because I'm very sure that they're very traumatized from what happened in South Africa. Imagine being pursued out of your homes and then having to stay at the airport for days or being picked up by your president. That is very traumatizing, and then this particular training, I just hope it helps them heal faster. The Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs also came out and gave her own speech. She was like, you guys left Uganda thinking that when you go to other countries, you're going to find greener pastures there. But now you guys are returning back to Uganda as the prodigal sons. I found that really harsh, but then she was just saying the truth because they left Uganda because they were going to look for greener pastures.
These people had decided to run away thinking there are greener pastures in South Africa, not knowing they have left the greener pastures here. When they reached there and became like the prodigal son, they were sleeping on streets, lacking what to eat. When we were picking these people, you could realize most of them had not eaten for the past 4 or 5 days. We thank His Excellency Yoweri Museveni. Here they are merrymaking, they are learning, they are rehabilitated well, they are gaining a lot of knowledge, feeding on Mzezi cows every day, more than 4 cows, because there are many. We are handling them with a lot of care, and you could see most of them now, their brains have started thinking positive about government, positive about the NRM leadership. I mean, they are not the way they came. So we want to thank His Excellency for being that one father who has welcomed the prodigal children.
After the whole training and the whole classes and the whole everything, you could see videos of people who were feeling sad, people who were traumatized, they were crying, and all of that. But then, after the whole training, the government of Uganda gave every single returnee 2 million Ugandan shilling each. That's like so much.
Who missed yesterday because we were told that their list was mixed up with that of children. So when we read the names of the old people, 43 people missed. And I'm told out of 43, one is mad and admitted in Butabika. Another one did not come from Kororo. I'm told he felt like they are doing ping pong. So we have so far given 41, but we have the money for the two to make it 43. So in brief, the president has supported 743 returnees.
President Museveni also weighed in and he was like, we have a lot of South African companies in our country, MTN, DSTV, that is multi-choice, Stanbic Bank, and the list goes on. But then, we're not sending them out of our country saying that they're stealing our jobs or taking from our people. We're letting them do their business and flourish in Uganda. If he should pursue all South Africans from Uganda, they'll tag him as a xenophobic president. But this same thing is happening in South Africa and they're calling it illegal migrant issue.
Singana fe tugoba aba South Africa bali wano. Kubanga ba South Africa bakola business wano yamanyi zamanyi MTN bali wano. Ebiri wano binene okusinga ebyamwe obamu buhoteri busomero byebononye. Nzikiriziganya ne Ramaphosa nti muwandiike ebintu byomwe ebyayononeka. Waliwo abalina amasomero, waliwo abalina ki mumwe njogede ne President Ramaphosa mbiwandiike bulungi.
What he's saying is that we can also chase South Africans out of our country, but then we're not like them. This issue of xenophobia in South Africa has just opened African leaders' eyes to seeing how great they can be in their own country. Do you think African countries should take stronger response to this xenophobic acts from South Africans, or should we just let it slide like how we've been letting it slide for the past years and just believe that they will change? Well, to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Solid Finance Podcast, for more finance content like this. Until next time, bye for now.